This tutorial is on working with images. Right now, I have the question set builder pulled up, and I'm in a set of questions that I'm building called the skeletal system. So it's about learning major bones. You can see down here, I only have 6 or 5 questions. And again, this is just a for example demo. And the first place I want to share what you can do with images is I can add the same image for the whole set. So I'm going to click on this add image for the set button. It's asking me to drag and drop an image right here. And so on my desktop, I have a little title image that I created that says the skeletal system. And I am going to accept that crop. You can crop it if you want. So I accept that, accept the image. And now you can see it has a little thumbnail. I can't read that one very good, but you can see there's an image attached to that there. If you want to change it for whatever reason, you can click on it and you can remove or replace it. But let's leave it as is. So there's one place you can use an image. Uh, Here, the very first question I'm looking at, which bone protects the brain? And it's the spine, the skull, the pelvis, or the ribs. That's a great visual one question for adding images. And you can see I have some different options. This is a multiple choice question, gives you multiple options for putting an image in. I could have an image for the question, which bone protects the brain. Probably don't want to put one there, just would give away the answer. So what I'm going to do is I created some little images here I have on my desktop. So I'm going to drag in spine. The next one is skull. So let's go ahead and drag that one in. The next one is pelvis. Drag and drop that one there. And on ribs, that's the last image there. All right, so now we can see we have little thumbnails of those 4 images there, and I'm done and happy with that. So again, we have a title for the whole set, and just this one question, I put the images in there. And of course, they're completely optional. Let's go ahead and save that. So it saves it with the images, and let's go ahead and play. And we pick a structure. We're going to pick mix, pair, share. And I'm just going to jump ahead to think time the first time the question shows up. And take a look at what happens with your images. So notice across the top, this was the generic image, same image for the whole set. So every question that pops up, it's going to have this fun little title skeletal system that's going to pop up in the question section there. So let me just jump ahead to question number 2. So here's another one where I didn't put the images in. So you're going to see that still across the top, but not the individual images. And the individual images pop up there. And let me do one more thing for this question set, just so you can see what you can do with images. And I am going to go into my little hamburger menu, go to my settings, and then I'm going to go to background images. And I'm going to add a background image by clicking on this add new image button there. And I have another little wallpaper of some skulls and bones that I created. That's kind of a nice, fun representation of the skeletal system. I'm going to name this one as just bones, so I remember what that is when it's in there. And so there you have it. You can see it's been added as one of my background images available for future use. So I'm going to go ahead and hit apply and accept that. And you can see what happened with this question. It kind of just spruced it up with some skulls and bones in the background. In this specific question, you're not going to see much of it because it's covered mostly with the multiple choice questions. But let's go ahead and jump ahead to a question that is just a discussion question, or why is calcium important for your bones? Because it doesn't have answers here, you're going to see a lot more of the background image. And let me show you one more quick thing. Go back to my hamburger menu, settings, background image, and I can play with the opacity of that background. So if I don't want it to stand out too much, I can back it off a little bit to just kind of be a fun tinted background image, and apply those changes. So there you go. That's working with images. We're going to jump back to question number 1. So you have an image that can be on every question of your question set. You can have individual images on questions and answers. And one question is, well, what if I have an image set up for my whole question set, but also an image for my question? What would happen? And the answer is the image that's specific to the question would take priority over the generic one. So if I had a specific image for this question, that's what you would see in that situation.